All right, now we're going to do the basics of a works cited page, the end page. So this is what it should look like when you're done. This is an example of one. Okay, so we're going to open up just a regular untitled document. You can do the works cited page as a separate document from your essay. I kind of like doing that just because it's a separate page. It's kind of nice. So you're going to write works cited and the center, and you're going to make sure that it's 12 point Times New Roman. Google Docs does default to Arial 11, so make sure that you do change that, as well as making it double spaced. I've already done that in this document. Okay, so let's look at some basics. Let's start with if you're going to use some print sources. This is your basic format for your books and your basic format for your magazine's articles. This is basically old school research because, I mean, I don't know, I shouldn't say that. There's lots of people that still use books, I suppose, but we've gone so much to electronic sources that that's really what we're going to look at. But the basic information you're going to be looking at is author, title, and then publication information for any source that you're going to do. So let's look at web sources. As you can tell, it's very complicated, a lot more complicated than a book entry or a magazine entry, and that's because websites differ so much they're not standard on their publication information. Basically anybody can make a web page, and so you have all of these things out there that are without authors, they're without publication dates, they're without a lot of information, and so what we're trying to do is narrow it down to things that we can sort of pinpoint, and so someone can come back and theoretically come back to the source and find where you got the information from. So you can see that it starts basically with author, title, publication information. It's just the publication information is very much more complicated. You have other contributors, you have the version, you have the number, if the published or publication date, if you can find it, the location, okay. There's a lot. Okay, the date of access, if applicable. I mean, there's so much on here, and it's so hard to sort of figure out what we want. So it's easier if we just look at some examples and what this looks like in real sources. Okay, and sort of make our citations based on these rather than the information, the source information. So we have an author. We have a title of our web page. We have the website that we got it from. We have the website URL itself, and then we have the access date. Okay, so that's a lot more simplified, and that's what you're going to find in most web pages. Now, what if you don't have an author? Because a lot of times web pages don't have an author. So you're going to start with the title of the article, then go to the page, and this one had a publication information on it, and then the name of the site, and then we also need to add for this one, automatic capitalization. That's going to have to fix that. We'll say we accessed this on the 7th of March 2020. We'll be updated. How about that? Okay, small. Thank you. Okay, so what if we don't want to do this ourselves, we want to put it into an automatic generator? Automatic generators are always so much fun because they're not fun at all, because they cause so much more problems than they help out with. But we're going to look at one anyway. We're going to actually look at the Al Purdue site, which is the definitive source. If you have any questions, go here. For anything else that you are looking for that is not listed on here, like multiple authors or a film or anything just out of the ordinary, they'll tell you how to do it on here. So if we come on the MLA Purdue website, which is this is the definitive source, because they are updated and they have such a great resource here, in my opinion. You can see that there's an ad on here. Don't be confused. This is not a this is not MLA Al Purdue's MLA format. It's a little ad. You can see down here that it's powered by Citation machine. Okay, so say I put mine in there. I got excited. Yay, I can cite it. Okay, and here's my website. Actually, I'm going to use this one here, which is the budgeting website for the Georgia Department of Education. Okay, it's going to come down here. I'm going to select this one. We found this. Oh, that's so nice. Okay, yay. Now you can see here, you've used 0 of 1 ad-free citations. And then they say, ooh, you want unlimited? You can click here. And you're like, of course not. That's silly. Of course I don't want that, right? And you're using your first one. What happens later? Okay, so on here it says the article title is budget services. I need to go back to the website and see if that's correct. Yes, it is. There it is right there. Okay. Then it says the website title is budget services. Well, wait a minute. That's not the website title. In fact, the website title is the Georgia Department of Education. So, no, website generator, you are wrong. As many times you are. Okay. The URL is correct, and it says it was published never. Well, come on. Maybe it's not. Let's see. Let's go down to the bottom. Usually you can find this at the bottom. Oh, 2019. And it tells you exactly who published it, by the way. Georgia Department of Education at the bottom here. All right, so 2019 is when it's been updated. And we have on here contact information of the budget director. Is this the person that wrote this article? No. So I probably can't use him as contact information for this as an author, because I can't guarantee that he actually wrote this. But that is a good thing to know, that he probably was responsible for putting this information out. So I may use him as an author if it's helpful. And in here it says contributors. I don't want it to actually on here because I know that it's not absolutely sure that he wrote this article, so I'd feel a little false doing that. But it's nice to know somebody's name's on this information, so I'm not just throwing stuff on here. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and create the citation, and it's going to make it for me. It's going to put it right there, and all I have to do is copy it, and I can put it in my document over here. Okay, now when I do that, I can see that the formatting, it's going to have to be reformatted because it's like highlighted peach or something, like tan colored. Okay, so I need to fix that. Also have to fix this hanging indent. I did that by pressing Enter and Tab, by the way. And then I need an access date on the back. I accessed it on the 21st of March, 2020. Oh, and I hung back over again, so I'm going to have to press Enter again, and it's going to make it go over there. Period on the end. Okay, and that is my completed citation. All right, I have the website title in italics and the title here. So you can see sometimes you have to do a little work on these. You can't just take it for granted that these things are absolutely for sure. And it's going to act like a crazy person when I do it again, and it's almost going to be unusable. And I found this to be the case with a lot of things. So let's take, let's go to another website. Let's go to, I don't know, assessment, something like that. Okay. All right, so we're going to copy this out, and we're going to use this generator again. We're going to say, oh, create another citation. Okay. Search websites, yay. There's what we found. Oh, it sounds good. Okay. Oh, I got another one. Okay, looks good. And here I've used 1 of 1 of ad-free citations. Oh, it says, guess what? Okay, I don't want to use that. Turn off the ad. So you can go, oh, okay, this is easy enough. I'll turn off my ad blocker up here. And then I'm going to have to refresh the page so it'll let me access it. And then it becomes almost unusable because of the ads. They come on the sides, they're on the bottom to click it off, and they're everywhere to make it where I can't even go it down anymore, hardly. All right. And I can go, okay, well, where do I go to get another one? Okay, create another citation. As you can see, they just continue to pop up. If you want to deal with the frustration of dealing with all of these ads all over your screen, and you're trying hard to like figure out where I'm even going in this thing, by all means use this, but be careful. BibMe does the same thing. Actually, it's almost the exact same format as this one. And this one is citationmachine.net. If you have found a good website generator that you can do good citations on, I know there's one somewhere on here, somewhere, if I really looked hard, somewhere there's a citation generator. I don't know where it is. Yeah, another video. But I know Danielle did show us something that Google Docs does have some kind of extension or something on there that you can, there's a generator that you can use on her. But the best thing to do, honestly, is to use common sense. Go through and look at the citation. Does it look right, or does it repeat 7 words 7 times? Does it look like the citation's here? Is it close to this? Okay, probably you're fine. I have enough of a good eye to know if there's something in the background and this is peach, if this is a bullet pointed list, if this is, obviously you don't have the name first and this is over here. You know, I mean, I have some basic understanding of it that I know more or less what I'm looking for on here. I'm trained enough to quickly do citations and look to see if they're right or not. Is it going to be like absolute? Like, I know, for instance, if this is repeated again over here, which sometimes they'll do this in the citation generators, I'll go, yeah, that's not right. So if it's something very right out in your eyes and you can go, I know that's not right. You know, just double check and look and see if you can't change and add some things to make it how you need it. At the end of the day, does it have to be absolutely perfect? Yes, of course it does. It's a works cited page. The punctuation must be absolutely correct. The period must be inside the quotation marks, and the comma must be here, and there must be a period at the end. And yes, absolutely. Yes, make it right. But don't lose too much sleep over the exact, the agony that I know comes with MLA format citations, because I know there is agony there. So I will come in when you turn this in as a rough draft, and I'll come in and see if you just took the website and literally listed it out and there's a bullet point list of websites. Okay, please don't do that. That's obvious that you have done no work to do a works cited page. So do take the time and the effort to go forth and create your citations as best you can.